Stop scrolling. I need you to hear something right now, something the universe has been trying to get to you. Because the cards that just came through for this reading, they didn't land on this table by accident. And you didn't find this video by accident either. There's a soul out there, your person, and spirit has a message about them today that is going to hit you somewhere deep. Somewhere you've been trying to protect. I want you to take a breath before we begin, because what's coming through in this reading, it's tender. It's real. And it is specifically for those of you who needed to hear it most. Now, this is a collective love reading, meaning I'm pulling cards for a wide group of beautiful souls watching today. Not every single message will land perfectly for every single one of you, and that is completely okay. You are wise enough to know what's yours. Take what speaks to your heart. Take what makes your breath catch a little. And anything that doesn't feel like yours, just let it float away. Release it. The universe knows what you need, and spirit will make sure the right words find the right hearts. So with that said, let's open this space. Let's invite spirit in. Let's ask the universe to show us what needs to be seen, heard, and felt today. What does the collective need to know about love right now? The first card that has come through for you today is the Ten of Cups. Oh, I love this. I love this so much. Do you know what this card is? This is the Dream card. This is the card that represents everything your heart has ever wanted from love, the deep, unshakable, this is it kind of happiness. We're talking joy that settles into your bones. Peace that doesn't need to be chased. A love that is committed, that is chosen, that is built to last. The Ten of Cups is what people mean when they say happily ever after, except this isn't a fairy tale. This is real. And spirit is opening this reading with it for a reason. Have you been holding on to a vision of what this relationship could be? A version of it that felt almost too beautiful to believe in? Keep believing. Because spirit just confirmed it's real. But then, the Three of Swords comes in right beside it. And I know. For some of you, just seeing this card might make your chest tighten a little, because you recognize it. You've lived it. The Three of Swords is sorrow. It's that specific kind of heartache that doesn't just sit on the surface, it goes deep. It's tears at strange hours. It's the separation that you didn't fully see coming, or maybe you saw it coming and couldn't stop it. It's emotional devastation. It's grief dressed up as distance. And here's where it gets really interesting. Look at these two cards together. The Ten of Cups and the Three of Swords. Pure happiness and pure heartbreak, sitting right next to each other. At first glance, that might seem contradictory, like, what is spirit even trying to say? But this placement is telling us something. And what I'm hearing from spirit right now, very clearly, very strongly, is this. Your person loves you. They want this relationship. They want you. But right now, in this moment, they are in the middle of the Three of Swords experience. They are sitting in emotional devastation, and a big part of that devastation comes from the weight of knowing how deeply they hurt you. They see it now in a way they couldn't see before. And that recognition? That awareness? It is crushing them. Because here's the thing about your person that spirit is revealing. They weren't just carrying wounds from you or from this connection. They have been dragging around old pain, fears, insecurities, the kind of deep-rooted doubts that quietly grow inside a person over years and years until one day those doubts start to feel like truth. Those are what I call illusions. And illusions are sneaky. They whisper things like you're not worthy of love or this will fall apart anyway or you're going to get hurt if you let them in too close. And your person started believing those whispers. But that's changing. Because the Four of Swords is here. And the Four of Swords is the card of retreat, of stillness, of intentional withdrawal, not because your person has given up, but because they are healing. They are doing the quiet, necessary, sometimes painful inner work of pulling all of those old illusions out by the roots so they cannot grow back. For most of you watching, and Spirit is being very specific about this, your person has gone silent. There isn't much happening in what we call the 3D space, the visible, physical world between you and them. It might feel like nothing is moving. It might feel like they've disappeared. But underneath the surface, there is so much happening. Things you cannot see yet. A transformation taking place behind a closed door. And the most important thing happening in that hidden space right now is your person getting themselves ready. Ready to release what was holding them back. Ready to come back to you without all of that old weight they used to carry. And honestly, you needed them to do this. This had to happen first. Let's keep going, because Spirit is not done with us yet. Not even close. What else does the collective need to hear today? The Knight of Swords. Yes. Yes. This makes complete sense with everything we've already seen on the table today. The Knight of Swords is clarity. It's that lightning bolt moment when the fog finally lifts and everything you've been confused about suddenly becomes sharp. Crystal clear. And your person has been receiving a lot of those moments during this time of silence and stillness. All of that healing, all of that inner work that the Four of Swords spoke about, it has been generating enormous amounts of clarity for them. And I want to give you an example of what that kind of clarity actually feels like, because I think it's important you understand what your person is going through right now. Imagine carrying a heavy bag on your back for 20-25 years. You've carried it for so long that you don't even feel the weight anymore, it just feels like you. It feels like part of who you are. And then one day, in a quiet moment, you finally stop and actually look inside that bag. And you find things in there from relationships that ended long ago. Old betrayals. Old rejections. Old stories someone told you about yourself that you never questioned. And in that moment of clarity you think, why am I still holding on to this? That person is long gone. That version of my life is over. Why am I letting something from 25 years ago dictate who I am today? That is what your person is experiencing right now. They are taking that sword, the sword of truth, and they are cutting through it all. Slicing away the illusions. Releasing the stories. And as they do, they are seeing their life with fresh, honest eyes. And what they see when they look at their life clearly, it is not making them happy. The reality of a life without you in it is not one they want to continue living. And they are done pretending otherwise. But here's something else the Knight of Swords is revealing about your person right now that I really want you to sit with. They are thinking very carefully about what to say to you. They know that words alone will not be enough. But they also know that the right words, spoken with honesty and genuine vulnerability, are where this begins. They have a lot to explain. They have truths they've been holding inside that they're finally ready to let out. And they don't want to rush it. They don't want to open their mouth and accidentally cause more damage than has already been done. So they are being deliberate. They are being precise. Choosing every word with intention because they refuse to hurt you again with careless communication. Does that resonate? Have you been wondering why they've been so quiet, when deep down something in you just knows they're thinking about you? This is why. They are not silent because they don't care. They are silent because they care too much to get this wrong. The Knight of Swords rules the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But as always, this is a collective reading and the energy of the card speaks to everyone regardless of sign. What matters is whether the message is landing in your heart. And if it is, it's for you. Now. Let's talk about what comes next for your person, because Spirit is showing us something really powerful here. The King of Coins. Oh, I am so glad to see this card today. The King of Coins is one of those energies that just makes everything feel more solid, more grounded, more real. This is not wishful thinking energy. This is not maybe someday energy. The King of Coins is the energy of someone who has made up their mind, planted their feet firmly on the ground, and decided, without wavering, what they are going to do and how they are going to do it. And what your person has decided is you. This is the version of your person that Spirit is showing us is coming. Not the version who ran. Not the version who was drowning in their own unhealed wounds and dragging you under with them. This is the version who has done the work, who has sat in the discomfort of the Three of Swords experience and learned from it. Because that Three of Swords? As painful as it has been, for them and for you, it has been one of the most powerful teachers your person has ever encountered. It has shown them, in the most undeniable way, that if they want the things they desire most in this life, peace, joy, love, you, then something has to fundamentally change. Not on the surface. Not just in their words. But deep down in how they show up. No more victim mentality. No more pointing fingers at everyone else while avoiding accountability. No more hiding behind ego or pride when the right thing to do is simply own it. The King of Coins doesn't make excuses. The King of Coins shows up, consistently, reliably, with integrity, and does what they said they would do. That is who your person is becoming. Emotionally mature. Emotionally stable. Accountable to you. Accountable to this connection. Accountable to themselves. Determined to build something with you that is so solid, so well constructed, so deeply rooted, that nothing can shake it. And with the King of Coins on this table today, Spirit is confirming that the foundation of what's coming for the two of you is going to be unshakable. The King of Coins rules the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. But again, the energy is what matters. And this energy is here for all of you. Spirit is really pouring into this reading today. I want you to stay with me because what's coming through next is significant. The Justice card. Now when people see justice in a love reading, sometimes there's a moment of uncertainty, like, oh, is this good or bad? And I want to address that right away because Spirit is being very clear about what this card means specifically for your situation today. First, yes. There are karmic repercussions happening for your person right now. The pain they caused you, the emotional devastation, the words said and unsaid, the actions taken and the ones avoided, all of it is circling back. What goes out comes back. That's not punishment. That's just the law of the universe doing exactly what it's designed to do. And for some of you, that karmic return is actually a significant part of why your person is sitting in that Three of Swords experience right now. They are feeling the weight of what they put into motion. And if the lessons aren't landing deeply enough, Spirit is very clear, the universe will turn up the volume. It will keep amplifying the discomfort until your person has no choice but to truly get it and get moving. But here is the more beautiful side of justice, and this is the part one really want you to receive today. Your person sees that they were not fair with you. They see the imbalance. They see the ways they took without giving, the ways they showed up halfway when you deserved someone who showed up fully. And justice is telling us that when they return, they are coming back with their arms full. They are going to give back what was lost. Generously. Genuinely. Not out of guilt, but out of a real, awakened understanding of what love is supposed to look like. And then there's this. Justice is also confirming something that I know many of you have already felt in the deepest part of your soul. There is a soul contract between you and your person. This is a divine counterpart connection. Before either of you ever drew your first breath in this lifetime, your souls made an agreement. to find each other, to teach each other, to push each other toward growth in ways that no one else could. And yes, some of those lessons have been hard. Some of them have brought you to your knees. But they were agreed upon at a level far beyond what the human mind can fully comprehend. And the most beautiful lessons? The ones that come wrapped in joy and laughter and real, lasting love? Those are still ahead of you. Those are the ones you'll experience together as you build this relationship into what it was always meant to become. Justice is ruled by Libra. Balance. Truth. Restoration. And speaking of building, the Knight of Coins. Now, do you notice something? We have the King of Coins already on this table. And now the Knight of Coins has arrived beside him. That is not a coincidence. Spirit is layering something here, and I want to make sure you fully understand what's being communicated. Here's how I read this energy. Kings act. Kings execute. Kings make things happen. But knights? Knights think. Knights strategize. Knights are in the planning phase, the beautiful, detailed, obsessive planning phase where every angle is considered and every possibility is mapped out. And right now, your person is in full Knight of Coins mode. They are thinking through everything. And I mean everything. How to get from where things stand right now, this painful, heartbroken, separated place, all the way to the 10 of Cups that open this reading. That happily ever after. That committed, joy-filled partnership. They are mapping the entire journey in their mind. Step by step. Detail by detail. They think about where the two of you would build your life together. What your shared mornings would look like. Where you'd travel. What your weekends would feel like, lazy Sunday afternoons, Wednesday evenings curled up together, the little rituals that become the heartbeat of a shared life. Would you have a garden? A little house somewhere quiet? A city apartment with a view? A place that's entirely yours together? I sometimes call this card, Sir Thinks a Lot, because that is genuinely what the Knight of Coins does. They think about everything and they leave no detail unconsidered. And while that might sound overwhelming, what it actually tells us is this: your person is not casually daydreaming about you. They are seriously envisioning a real future. A concrete, lived-in, beautifully ordinary future with you in it. And here's what Spirit wants you to know about that. They've been thinking about this future since the moment they met you. Even back then, something in them recognized you. Something in them saw the possibility of all of this. And when it started becoming real, when the dream started materializing into actual life, some part of them got scared. Old wounds surfaced. Old fears took the wheel. But they are not letting fear drive anymore. With the Knight of Coins moving toward the King of Coins, your person is transitioning from thinking to doing. From planning to executing. From imagining this life to actually building it. And they are approaching it with more seriousness, more dedication, and more accountability than they have ever shown up with before. And this is the card that just made my whole heart jump. The Ace of Wands. Okay. I cannot hide how happy this card makes me. I genuinely cannot. Because the Ace of Wands in the middle of a reading like this? It changes everything. It is the spark. The ignition. The moment the engine actually turns over after all of this preparation and healing and inner work. This card is a brand new beginning. Not a recycled version of what came before. Not a, let's try this again the same way and hope for a different result. A genuinely new beginning, one that is built on real growth, real awakening, and real transformation. Your person has been doing profound spiritual work during this time apart. Their vibration has been lifting. Their awareness has been expanding. The person who hurt you, the one who is still carrying all of those old wounds and illusions, that version of your person is being shed. Like an old skin that no longer fits. And what's emerging in its place is someone who is awake. Someone who is aligned. Someone who has finally done enough healing to show up in this relationship the way it always deserved. And then there's the passion of this card, because the Ace of Wands doesn't let us forget that either. You know what I'm talking about. That connection between you and your person, that magnetic, undeniable, electric pull that has always existed between you. That hasn't gone anywhere. If anything, this time apart has made it more intense, more focused, more intentional. Because now it isn't just chemistry. Now it is chemistry combined with genuine emotional maturity and spiritual growth. And that combination? That is everything. But the Ace of Wands is also about action. Movement. It is the card that says, enough thinking, enough planning, enough waiting in the wings. It is time. Time to step forward. Time to reach out. Time to stop letting fear or pride or shame keep you frozen when love is right there waiting. This card, right here, alongside the King of Coins, is confirmation that your person is not going to stay silent forever. They are gearing up. They are getting ready. And when they move, they are going to move with purpose.